Well, I have 7:30. A little quiet in here. Um, So I'll call the meeting to order. Leo is is he full, or? Look on the minutes. Join us. We're not voting on anything, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah,
So,
eventually.
no, we don't. For the sake of the minute taker, can we just do a roll call real quick from,
Mike Speltz, present.
Susan Malowin, present.
Bob Maxwell, present.
Gene Harrington, present.
Marge Bedoy?
Deb Levens present.
David Heafy, present.
Elko Bigford, present.
Thank you. So starting with old business, I
We
was,
should start with public comment with all the public.
well, anyone for public comment? Ray, where's Ray?
I
I-
also have financials.
So monitoring, Kirsten was able to get me all the records that Glenn had over at the police station, or police department. Because once he left as conservation officer, he said he couldn't get back into that computer. So Kirsten got me all the records of the encroachments and what was done with it. So, I was thinking maybe not wait till winter to do plumber, maybe, because I personally think going out in blaze orange when the trees are all blaze orange is really stupid. That I would maybe like to do it before, just, because the bugs are down, and maybe before we get all crazy busy. So, I'll try and work on setting that up. And then our CCD is doing Ingersoll. And I haven't heard from them on the others. It was just Ingersoll on that contract, right? It was,
Yes.
yeah. So, we're working on it. And then, the second thing I had was the boat launch. One of the criteria for that boat launch was it had to be removed for 5 months out of the year. And I thought in one of the documents, and of course I can't find it, they specified which month they wanted it removed. Was it October?
I think so, yeah.
Because I was trying to figure out, is it better to take it out in October and put it back in earlier, or leave it and then put it in later?
I mean, what they're worried about is just turtles nesting in the mud. Or, hibernating in the mud, so,
But, yeah, I don't see that as a turtle nesting area.
yeah.
But in the actual,
Well, it's not nesting, it's living, I mean, it's,
oh, yeah, because if we take it out in for the month of November, December, January, February, March, we could put it back in April.
yeah,
So,
yeah, about like end of October.
End of
beginning-
October.
Beginning of March.
so then there's the question of, do we need one of those wrenches that are 4 feet long, or how are we gonna do that?
I think just a rebar, right? Would that
No,
work?
it was a pipe wrench.
It was
You know,
the
they
biggest
had-
pipe wrench you've ever seen.
I've got one that's 3 feet, not 4 feet,
Do you think that has enough leverage to unscrew those posts?
I'm not sure, watching the way they were pushing at it,
I know, he went swinging all the way around it.
yeah. But we have a little bit more weight on our end than he had. Give it a try, as best I can say. If you wanna get a bigger one, make sure everybody's got it.
Is that something they would do for a reasonable price?
They would do it, but I can't remember what
It was
the,
like $500, I think.
yeah, and then we'd have to pay it again to put it back in the spring. And all it is literally twisting these posts.
Got it.
They're threaded on the bottom, so that they just dig right in. So,
Before it's pulled, we ought to look at it and try to figure out where to locate it next year.
right, I was thinking part of our removal plan would be to put in some
Some sort of marker.
marker, like a wooden stake with an orange ribbon or something, so we don't have that gap that you have to walk in the water to get to it.
Well, and something changed, because we didn't have the gap at first.
Right, and we don't have the gap now.
Oh, it's gone now?
Yeah, my daughter was out there and she says there's no gap.
Okay.
When water levels are down.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
But was it because it was rainy or were the beavers playing with it?
right.
I don't know. It's probably rainy. It was pretty rainy.
It was very rainy, and now it's very dry, so.
So where it is might be all right.
So, I don't know if we want to practice your wrench one day just
Sure.
for,
We can go out and try it.
okay, we'll work on that.
And
Um,
is it just a pipe wrench?
Yeah.
And you have a 3-foot one, but you think we might need a 4-foot pipe
They
wrench?
had a 4-foot one,
Yeah,
and, you know, they were working at it.
yeah.
Okay, I can ask around and see if I know anyone who has, it's just called a pipe wrench, everyone will know what I'm talking about,
Yeah.
giant, okay. I know a lot of people with tools, I'll see if anyone has a giant pipe wrench. and see
I
if
take it
someone-
they're expensive.
4 feet.
I can't imagine they wouldn't
But,
be, yeah.
but if we weigh it against the $1,000 a year to take it out and put it in again, all of a sudden it's not so expensive.
Maybe,
So
yeah.
see what Susan can find, and maybe
Um,
somebody should price one out. I'll do that.
big of a pipe wrench do we need?
It's,
Oh,
it was 4 feet long.
You can take a pipe wrench and put a pipe on the end
Yeah.
of it, believe it or not.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
probably, because all
you
it
got a
was,
big
it was
enough
for the
piece of pipe.
leverage, yeah. And that, I just wanted to say, that little boat launch has been more popular than I ever thought it would be.
Yeah.
Because my daughter said there was a bunch of people there when she was there, and other people have told me when they've gone, there were others using it.
Nice.
So.
Are the cars parking's manageable? Did she say anything about that?
You can fit like 6 or 8 cars there. So that
That's-
doesn't
yeah, that sounds
seem to
good.
have been an issue, so I'm pleased. That
You need a
turned out-
sign that says "Brought to you by."
But, and no complaints from anyone,
Good, good.
other than that, in the beginning, the woman who wanted us to have people not park in her yard, so. Anybody have any old business? Any-
Well, do you want just a quick financials?
Sure.
Okay. It's the end of the fiscal year, at the end of June, and it always takes a month to get them, but that's okay. We did not make the cut for the land use change tax, so the only income from the land use change tax was $91,659, which was under $100,000, so it all goes directly to us. And that means we have $1,538,403.29 available, minus the contingency, whatever, which I never got a good number, but I
Oh,
think we're,
from Lithia?
yeah, I think we're good.
Okay.
And no more additional expenses, no big deals, no big deals. General fund, we did not spend all the money we could have, so what can I say? Maybe somebody appreciates that. And that's it. Unless anybody has any questions.
I had a question, now I gotta remember what it was I was thinking about. So we had talked about somehow noting obligated funds, and I,
Right, that's what I was saying. I don't have that down because I never got the exact number, and we have enough money right now that I don't think when we talked the other day, our obligations were not that high.
Right, it was just the,
it was like about $26,000, I think.
I was thinking 20.
And then I don't have the estimates yet for the sign research and whatnot, but, in fact, it's probably worth mentioning.
Do you
under
want to
business.
put an estimate in for that, then?
I mean, I have an estimate to fabricate it, which is about 6,000. But I don't have an estimate for the historian or the graphic designer. The good news is I found somebody that will kind of do a one-stop service. So they are basically the historical people, but they're familiar with the lady that's been directing us from Heritage, the Historical Division. And she's done good work for them before, so it's a good reference.
Knows what they're looking for.
Yeah, so I think it'll be smooth, but I just don't have it itemized yet. She said sometime this week, but I don't have it yet. So once I get that, then we can put in a request for additional funding from ARM for the difference between what we budgeted and what this is gonna cost,
Okay.
which I think is gonna be in the neighborhood of $10,000 probably. But see, they seem fairly optimistic we would get it. The people at the historical division are really hot on this. They want this to be a showcase.
Oh,
So,
wow.
Nice.
which brings me to the matter of, we're gonna have to find a trail contractor, I think. But I haven't done any research on that yet.
Right. New business, NHACC has some upcoming training opportunities that are Zoom. And one is GIS tools for wetlands assessments, and that's in two parts, on September 12th and September 19th, both at noon. And then,
Who's teaching it? What do they say?
I'm sure it does say, but Mary Ann Tilton
Oh,
and
she's from-
Emma Berger.
Mary Ann's from Wetlands Bureau.
Yep, well, New Hampshire DES.
Emma, you was at UNH Extension for quite a while, but I think she picked another job up with a land
Emma?
trust. Yes, that's.
It's not Emma Tutin.
No,
It's Emma Berger.
it's not.
It's a
she-
different
she-
Emma.
She didn't get married?
Tutin was her married name.
Oh, that's right, yeah. Oh, sorry.
So another one is called Beyond Boundaries Collaborative Large-Scale Land Management. And this is UNH Extension and Distant Hill Gardens and Nature Trail to learn about the benefits of managing land across property boundaries to benefit wildlife and your community. So that seemed interesting. And then the last one, that's going to be on September 17th. And then the final one on September 26th is Wetlands Assessment Field Study. And this one is actually on location at Lock Road in Concord. It's a field study session with focus on learning how to visit a site and identify basic wetland functions and services. So just go on NHACC and you can sign up for them. I believe they're all free for NHACC members. And then a couple meetings ago, we had a DRC or a CUP for up near Stonyfield Farm. It was a recycle
Right.
place. Well, when they're done with their process here in Londonderry, they ship it to a place called Recycle Works in Braintree, Massachusetts. And I have an invitation here for two of us to go tour. I'm sure it's not just for us, there'll be a group, the Recycle Works facility on September 23rd. If anybody's
Where is
interested.
that, where?
In Braintree, Mass, which, it sounds interesting, but it's an hour and a half drive.
Yeah.
Depending on the time of day.
Well,
Yeah.
it begins at 9,
In the morning?
yeah.
Yeah, that means you have to leave here
I
at
don't know if there's other-
6:30.
if there's other departments from town that have been also invited, that if we could like
Carpool.
carpool or cart.
Take a helicopter, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, I like that one too. That if there's multiple people going, it would be good if we could consolidate. But if anybody's interested, it does
I
sound like.
would be if it weren't, that's a fun.
Yeah.
I think that's the parent company of the guys that are doing this at Stonyfield.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But they, they're all about zero waste and utilizing everything. And then the final thing I have is we will be on the September 2nd town council meeting discussing the Murray's property. Can we have a PowerPoint for that?
Yes. September 2nd, not that far away,
I know.
yeah.
So
Yeah,
if we can get it to Sean ahead of time, he can have it queued up for us.
Yeah, I have 4 or 5 slides already. Did I share those with you yet, Sean, or not?
Not for Murray's, no.
Okay. But yeah, that should be doable.
Okay.
When do we have to have them?
You can send it to me just before the meeting, and I'll put it on this screen,
Okay.
and that way we can pull it up, and then you'll have it displaying. I'll make sure the chairman knows that you're gonna be doing that too. I'll make sure that's all set, ready to go.
And that's all I had. You had a request for $100 or something?
Yes. 2 of the projects that we're trying to develop are gonna, well, they all will eventually, but at least 2 that are on the near term, gonna require data checks. So if you remember, anytime a developer or anybody is going to disturb an area, they have to go to what used to be Natural Heritage Bureau, but it's now housed in DES, to determine whether the area of the proposed work it overlaps with a rare, threatened, or endangered or species of concern. So that's just something that we have, and routinely we do it even for a conservation project, not because we're going to disturb soil, but because we want to know what are the resources in detail that we're protecting.
Is that with granite or just separate?
It's probably Granite Drive, but it basically, I just send them pretty minimal information on who's asking, who owns it, where's the parcel, address, lot, map and lot. And then they look at it and they say either, nope, there's nothing that overlaps, and then doesn't cost you anything, or they say, yep, there's stuff that's overlapped, and you just owe them $50 to find out
Oh.
the details of what it is. Yeah, that price has gone up. But, because we're trying to find natural resources, it's almost always the case that we'll have an overlap, which is a good thing.
Yeah.
So I'd like to get those 2 checks cut. I could send you the form.
Invoices?
Yeah, it's a form that after you've entered all this information, they print it out, and then you just sign it and attach a check and send it in. I'll finish. There's a couple of things I can fill in the blank for, and then I'll PDF it and get it over to you.
Okay, do you want to just make a motion then?
Yes.
He
yeah.
can't.
He can't,
I'll
okay.
make the motion that we appropriate $100 to send to DES.
Yep.
For the,
Data check, it's called.
The 2 data checks.
Yeah,
Data
for
check,
2 data
okay.
checks, right.
Second.
Motion by Jean, second by Bob. Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Oppose, abstain? Motion passed unanimous. Anything else for new business?
This goes with the boat launch, but if you're 3 foot, my husband said it's huge, so maybe if not, if we're gonna be doing it ourselves, it's $265 to buy for the 4 foot one. If you're 3 foot, doesn't, I think maybe, if we're gonna be doing it ourselves, I think it would be better for us
Right.
to buy one and save $500
Right,
to
that's half the
$1,000
cost of
every-
doing
yeah.
it once.
So,
Yeah.
just if it doesn't work,
Thank you for that information. And
little, maybe we can all go down for a little elbow grease, I don't know, I don't even.
did he happen to mention where we would find that?
Yes, he said.
On
me a picture.
Amazon?
Home Depot,
Oh, no kidding.
Of course.
All right,
and it can be delivered, or they can pick it up at the store.
all right. And what did you say, 200 and something?
It is, $264.97.
Okay.
Do you want a motion on that, just so we get it done? And
The
I'll,
3 foot didn't work. I don't know how, but
We have time.
okay. Did we say in that motion where we were taking the money from?
Didn't.
Previous motion? No, I don't think we
It
did.
should come out of the
Open space fund?
Line item?
line item, I
Line
think.
budget, yeah. Good.
I'll amend my motion to say line item.
Thank you. That's all I have other than minutes. Ray, you missed public comment. Would you like to comment?
Briefly. Ray, nothing is brief, come on.
Nothing's brief? Okay, I'll do my best. Okay, I assume everyone has gotten a copy of this, right?
No, we have
No.
not yet.
Okay.
Where did
So-
you get that?
What is it? I can,
Well, it is a survey that the town has put out. I'm not sure, perhaps the
You know
town
what?
manager could explain better.
There's no microphone at that stand.
Oh,
You-
wait a minute.
For the folks at home.
Ray Bresson, 3 Gary Drive. I think this is really important. I'm not sure whether Kirsten or the town manager or who
I think
come
it's-
up with this
I think it's the master plan
master plan.
Yeah.
committee, yeah.
Yeah, well, this is really a great idea, and I think everyone should check into it and participate, and you can imagine I certainly am going to.
Good, because we need your help.
Yes, and I guess that's about it.
Can you tell me where you got that? Where,
Ye-
you see it at the library?
Yes, I
or-
got it from the town manager's office.
Okay,
If you just hand it to them, they can all take their phone and take the QR code and they could do it.
Wait a minute, I've probably got enough to pass out.
They do that too.
good for you.
I wonder why they were all disappearing from the office up there.
Because I'm hoping, much like last time, we had them at the library and other key locations, so I'm hoping they are there as well.
Thank you, Ray.
thank you so much.
oh, this is what Sylvia was talking about.
Right.
They were trying to find, I didn't get it. I told her I didn't get it. There was an email, and there was a big mess up with email, whether it was at Southern New Hampshire
got one, I
Planning
got
or
one.
some other place.
Yeah, supposedly the
Came-
email
I
has
think it
gone
came in
out
the mail
now.
to me.
I haven't gotten one.
Great.
Thank you, Ray.
And continue your great work.
Thank you, Ray.
Thank you.
You want to look over the minutes, and then we have to do a non-public, please.
Yeah, Madam Chair, as long as the town manager was here and kind enough to give us a chunk of his evening, I wonder if it'd be worth just going around and introducing ourselves so he can kind of figure out why we're here, you know,
Mm.
who we are and what brought you to the Conservation Commission. I guess I could start.
Okay.
He's already gotten sick of me anyway, but because he heard me on the utility committee, and you know I've been up and talking about junk and everything else. But I'm Mike Speltz. Been at the Forest Society for close to 11 years doing land protection, and I have been on the commission since Nixon administration.
Not that long.
Not as long as Deb, but
Or
pretty much
Jean, Jean
everybody
beats
else.
me.
Yeah. And, you know, my sort of portfolio here is doing the, managing the land protection projects, writing grants.
Yep, he's our grant expert.
Hi, Shauna. I'm Susan Mallowan, and I have been on the commission since 2019, I believe, and I've been in Londonderry for since 2018, but my partner grew up here, and I joined the commission because there were multiple large construction projects around my home, and there are still multiple large construction projects around my home, and I wanted to learn a little bit more about the process and what was happening. So that was my motivation for joining. Thank you.
I'm Bob Maxwell. Been on the commission something like 6 or 8 years. I think. Been in Londonderry for over 40 years. Retired engineer, and I've always really appreciated the musquash and the preserves in town, the conserved lands, and just wanted a chance to contribute a little bit.
Civil engineer or?
Mechanical engineer by training, spent most of my career developing equipment for semiconductor manufacture, so spent a lot of time in Asia. I like it better here.
Gene Harrington, I've been on the commission since 83 or 84, I can't remember which year it was actually appointed. My college training was in wildlife biology and regional planning, so I have always had an interest in maintaining the outdoors and proper use of it. I basically fulfill the historian aspect now because of the decades that I've been here.
And expertise in conservation
Well,
commission.
I was on the New Hampshire Association of Conservation Commission's Board of Directors for 25 years.
Marge Bedoy, I've been on the commission for 13 years. I've been chair for 10. I have a degree in horticulture, which kind of got me into the plant end of things. I'm a real estate agent and been in town for 35 years.
I'm Deb Levens. I've been in Londonderry since 1970. I've been on the Conservation Commission since 1990, I think. They had a project to get the wetlands buffers, and somewhere it said, well, we'll teach you shrubs if you come and take the, you can learn some more things. And I just barely knew my wildflowers, and I said, well, that's a good opportunity, and that was in 1990, and Jean twisted my arm to get me on the Conservation Commission, and the rest is history. But I also serve on the Southern New Hampshire Planning Commission, which I didn't know anything about when I started doing that, because they wanted me for my conservation information. And it's fascinating, but it's frustrating too. And, yeah, that's it.
David Heafy, I've been on the commission since, I think, Mike dragged me on. And that was about 3 or 4 years ago, I think, and I've been in town about 7 years, lived in Massachusetts most of my life. I work for the IT department for the state of New Hampshire, supporting the education. And I like being outside, so I wanted to see what I could do to help preserve those spaces.
So DOIT is where you work?
I'm El Calatero Bickford. I've lived in Londonderry all my life. I was born and raised here. My husband is also on the planning board committee. We have a 3-year-old, so I wanted my son to grow up like I grew up, like have the old Londonderry still with new buildings around you, but still have that old town feeling. I'm an emergency room nurse, so I have no plant, no nothing background. Besides chaos, which is what's going on in Londonderry right now with everything coming up. But I just want to make Londonderry the same for my 3.5-year-old, and I want that old time feeling, still with new buildings, but still know everybody around you. That's why I joined the commission.
We were pleasantly surprised when we came here because, there's so much growth in southern New Hampshire, and we were living up in Lebanon for the last 7.5 years. And a lot of wildlife. I lived on 5 acres of land, lots of 16 deer in my yard every morning, roaming around. But when we came here, especially the rail trail up in the northern end of that, the beavers out there, the snakes, and the heron that's always out there, I'm sure you've all seen. And of course the turtles, even on the southern end too, the turtles, there's quite a bit of wildlife and a lot of rabbits. And there's none up there because the bobcats and the coyotes have been eating them all, so they don't exist up there. But you've got a lot more down here, which is it was kind of a surprise to us because we expected this was more like a suburban, urban area it's turning into, and a lot of that's disappearing from southern New Hampshire. And I grew up in Raymond, not very far away from here, where we used to have a lot of wildlife. And you're right, with this growth that's exploding, and it has been since the 1980s in southern New Hampshire, it seems unrelenting. And a lot of things are getting bulldozed over and they're disappearing. And so I have a lot of interest in the things that you are doing. There's a lot of value to that. And obviously you've got some experience here on this commission. So I'm very much interested in working with you. And we've already kind of started some projects and got some things taken care of, like that deed finally. And we got this junkyard, I shouldn't say junkyard, Murray's Auto Recycling Facility. You know, that's an option there for us to take a look at, and we've made some progress. I've worked with Marge and Mike to be able to try to get to the bottom of some of those issues. So when we have this discussion in a second, hopefully it's a fruitful one. And there's some other things that, you know, I'm sure that you'll talk about that I won't get into that we're working on. And I did look for that fishing pole, by the way, in the tackle box, couldn't find it last night. He sent me an email at like 10:20 last night and said, there's other fish out there. I'm like, all right, well, I'll go grab my fishing pole, my tackle box, and see what we can find.
And I got my reply about 11:30. So we're getting our money's worth out of this guy.
Yeah, making like $2 an hour, something like that. You add up all the hours.
Don't ever make that computation. And I should let the commissioners know too, we are, I think probably Marge and I are gonna take the town manager on a tour
Oh,
of
yeah.
the town and point out some of the areas that he hears about but hasn't had a chance to see yet, like the Musquash and Kennel Pond and whatnot.
Nice.
And then he did mention the deed. Well, the deed is for the Parmenter Road property that was donated.
Mhm.
Finally have that all buttoned up.
Good.
And I should have mentioned earlier, the Lithia Spring Causeway is no more. And they did a beautiful job. They took a lot of the plants that had managed to get established on the sides of the causeway and replant them into the front. So our wetland scientist estimates that we've got about a 5-year jump on
Oh, nice.
revegetating.
Now, can you see the new area from the road? Like where it's been removed?
Yeah, oh yeah, it's pretty obvious.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I'll have to go check it out.
yeah.
Nice.
So all we need now is a parking lot and a trail.
Yeah,
and
and
some
we're working,
signs.
at least on the parking lot. Do the minutes?
If I saw anything.
I did not have any changes.
I don't have my little speech.
If nobody else has any other comments, I'll move that we accept the minutes from, what was the actual, August 12th,
12.
2025.
Second. Oh, go ahead.
Did we get a second?
Yeah, Mike.
Okay, motion by Jean, second by Mike. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed, abstained?
Same.
Okay, Susan abstained. And minutes are approved.
Okay, do you want, getting the cheat sheet?
Yeah, I can't find I have the wrong book. Oh, no, I have it, yay. I have to go through my bag, I think. So. Give me a second. I would accept a motion to go into non-public session per RSA 91A:3 2D for the purpose of discussing acquisition of property.
So move.
I will second that.
Mike, you haven't been
Oh,
appointed.
that's right.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I withdraw that.
Okay, somebody else want to make a motion?
I'll make it.
Okay, motion by Deb, second by
I'll
Al. Oh,
Oh, go ahead.
Then we need a roll call vote, so you can start this time. Just say aye, Al,
Aye.
and your name.
Oh, aye, Al Carol Bickford.
I, David Heafy.
Hi, Deb Levens.
I, Marge Bedoy.
I, Gene Harrington.
Hi, Bob Maxwell.
Aye, Susan Mallowan.
I'm Mike Speltz.
Okay, we will head to the next door. Someone would like to make a motion to come back into,
To close the
close the
non-public session.
non-public, yeah.
So moved.
And seal the minutes?
No, we don't
No,
need to
do
seal
that
them.
anymore, right? That's right.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Anybody want to second my motion?
I'll second it.
Okay, motion by Jean, second by Deb. All in favor?
Aye.
Anything else for today?
I'll move we adjourn.
Second?
Okay, motion by Jean, second by Dave. All in favor?
Aye.